Thank you for giving me 4 minutes today of your time. I hope I can honour that well with some solutions here. My name is Bennett and I live in Albany, and we run rallies and workshops and other events in the Great Southern. I homeschool 3 beautiful children aged 7 to 15, and we're actually organising an athletics carnival and a high school ball statewide open in the next 3 weeks for our community. A little bit, thank you. A little bit about me. I graduated as a nurse in 2006, and then I trained as a doula in 2008 in London, where we lived for 7 years. And since then I've worked hard in the public and private sector for healthcare, travelling the world as a doula and coaching thousands of people to be informed, responsible for their own health, and curating their family's learning. Detoxing has been a specialty, including in the last couple of years. We have a free ebook that deep dives more into this subject launching next week, and a new podcast launching next week, plus some curriculum modules available for our children. Homeschooling is not recreating school at home. There's lots of styles or types of homeschool. There's traditional group micro schools like the wonderful classicalchristianeducation.com that is here in Perth. There are unschoolers, and there are even world schoolers who travel the world. I believe you have to start homeschooling with unschooling or deconschooling your own conditioning and getting to know your children or your grandchildren in your village. And then you need to have your why. It has to be a conviction-based, a lifestyle choice, not a trend. If we live by convictions, then when we are tested, as we have the past few years, we're more likely to stand firm. Homeschooling is tried and tested, and millions of families around the globe do it. Mainstream schooling is recent, and it's an experiment on our children. Historically, it was governesses and elite boarding schools for the rich and their connections. Everyone else was schooled at home and as a village in one class. It's not that we don't have caring teachers, we just have a broken system, the same as nurses in healthcare systems. The systems are what are broken, so we need to get out of those systems and create new, better ones. The Australian Curriculum Assessment and Reporting Authority, or ACRA, conducts the NAPLAN tests and creates national reports on schooling. Listen to this. Their own website says no other organisation in Australia has the legislative authority and unanimous support from all governments to deliver the outcomes, and accordingly, there's no grant process for funds given to ACRA. The Carnegie, Gates, Ford and Lumina foundations are well known for their substantial investments of funds for education policy and reform efforts. Let me just repeat that, the Bill and Gates Foundation. Foundations contribute in excess of hundreds of billions of dollars in total voluntary contributions to higher education. The Gates and Lumina foundations also have made substantial investments in K-12 education reforms, based in the USA and around the world. If you've read The Real Anthony Fauci by Robert F. Kennedy Jr., you'll know that these foundations can exert considerable influence through their philanthropy, but they push market-based goals and processes without providing proof of effective outcomes. We know that the links between Australian education regulatory authorities and their USA counterparts are strong, and even in the system we see nefarious ties underpinning our children's outcomes and standardisations. Children are not standard. Their work is standardised in the USA, Australia and the UK, and in 2007 things changed by far for the worse when they brought in the standardisation of NAPLAN. Most teachers don't even know this, that for a child to pass NAPLAN tests in the years 3, 5, 7 and 9, they have to get just 3 out of the 25 questions right. Our system is broken, you guys, and until families take back their own power and we work collectively like was just spoken about in unity, unified and collaborative, until that occurs, our children will suffer and history will repeat itself. Let's work together to save this next generation. Begin to homeschool. We do not co-parent with our governments. If you'd like any more information, thank you, please contact us, detoxdoula.com.au. Thank you for your time.